It was one of the biggest TV events of 2008. For the first time in history, we saw the ultimate battle between old and new gladiators in an undisputed clash of the titans. Putting their pride on the line were the legends, and determined to make their mark, the new breed.
Winning smells damn good.
All had everything to play for and everything to lose. We saw tempers being tested, then ignoring the referee and the rulebook. Egos getting battered, and legendary defeats.
There's some stuff in the basement I need to get rid of.
You look like you was pumped up.
It was epic. Tonight, it's the rematch. Who will emerge victorious in Gladiators? The legends strike back. When the legends last entered the Gladiators arena, it wasn't just a dream come true for them.
It was an absolute privilege and honour to take on the legends.
They inspired a whole generation, these guys.
These were my role models growing up, and suddenly to be facing them in a gladiator arena, it was just an indescribable feeling.
It was an electric night, the crowd were amazing. It was the best show for me of the series.
We got to go up against the guys that were ultimately our heroes, while still kind of striving to be heroes ourselves. So we knew, it was Judgment Day really for us.
The Legend Show was amazing. It was all sparkly and fun on the outside, but deep down, we all wanted to win.
Before tonight's ultimate rematch, here's what happened when the legends met the new breed of gladiators for the very first time. Hang tough. The first game of the night was Hang Tough, and taking on the new Queen of the Rings Tempest was the legend that is Flame. 23 years older than Tempest, Flame has wisdom on her side. Confident start for Flame. She looks so elegant up there, swinging gracefully.
Flame hasn't been in the arena for over 10 years. Tempest is fresh, she's fit, she's had an amazing series.
Tempest battling to dislodge her, but Flame has experience on her side.
I don't know about you, but if I was a gambling gladiator, I would put all of my wagers on Tempest winning that match.
I thought she would have had it hands down.
A cool 5 points for the legends. She's still got what it takes.
It was awful that Flame managed to get 5 points against Tempest.
We were devastated. First game, 5 points. Not a good start.
Next up on the rings were the boys, and Tornado took on the legend Trojan. As a gladiator, Trojan excelled in every event, but can he knock the wind out of Tornado tonight? Trojan means business. Now it's Trojan trying to get hold of Tornado. Has he forgotten? He's the one who's supposed to get chased.
You're not allowed to attack.
Tornado absolutely dominated on Hang Tough.
Will he be lucky this time? No, that's it. Tornado latches on, and it's good night, Trojan.
But then on the pool side, I think Trojan sort of got his own back a little bit.
There's a new dog in town, and this dog is mean, and this dog is ready for war. One thing I did learn in 12 years of being a gladiator is humble in victory and gracious in defeat.
Trojan gave him the biggest dressing down I've ever seen a gladiator get.
The next game was Earthquake. Battle Axe took on the might of the ferocious Rocket. Rocket was an exceptional all-round gladiator back in the late 90s, but Earthquake is a brand new event for the legends.
I was undefeated on Earthquake until I took on somebody who was bigger than me.
And Battle Axe is down! She needs to let her up to resume play. It's fierce up there!
Rocket, she just picked me up, grabbed me and threw me off that Earthquake platform like I was one of her little teddy bears.
And it's not looking good for Battle Axe, who's off! For the first time in the new Gladiators, Battle Axe has been given the chop!
I hate losing, and it doesn't matter if it's to a legend or a contender, it's all the same. Battle Axe doesn't like losing.
And then began the real saga, Oblivion versus Wolf. The big bad Wolf is the oldest gladiator of them all. His questionable methods caused controversy throughout 8 years of the show. This is guaranteed to be a spectacle.
What you get when you cross a legendary bad boy with a new breed of baddie, and that's going to be a whole lot of trouble.
The battle begins between two very determined men.
Bad versus badder, ugly versus uglier. and it was a real show.
And Wolf has gone!
In my opinion, defeating him, or at least showing my superiority, was a tremendous experience.
And it's just like the old days. Wolf's thrown his head guard at oblivion. They're ignoring the referee and the rule book.
Discipline went completely out the window. The rules and regulations were just torn up and thrown in the bin.
I knew there'd be fireworks when these two met, but it's turned out to be a war.
I'm bigger, badder, smarter, more calculating.
Coming up in just a few minutes, it's Wolf versus Oblivion, the rematch. And can the legends repeat this legendary performance? The wall. And off they go. The memories will be flooding back, but they're used to chasing contenders, not being chased by gladiators.
Wall.
Where do we start?
I was a little bit disappointed in the new breed then.
The legends have quit. They've forgotten none of their training.
I mean, the Tempest didn't even get a touch on Rebel.
She's made it to the top already for the full 10 points.
I blinked and I missed it. They were at the top. Those legends were so quick.
A brilliant result for the legends. Next up were the boys, Trojan and Ace.
A tornado, and I thought about a new gladiator name for him. I think we should call him Gladiator Lobster, because he walks around giving it all that.
I wouldn't advise calling Tornado names just before going up and facing them.
Predator leaps and catches his prey. Trojan off in just a matter of seconds.
Realistically, the Legends never stood a good chance on that wall because Tornado and Predator are just too fast.
The new gladiators were in great form. They've left the legends with 0. And whilst the boys were left hanging, could the girls win even more points by taking out the undefeated Panther? Duel. Panther goes in with a heavy right hook, but is Rebel losing her balance? Yes, she's off.
It was over in a few seconds. She did the business.
She is so strong up there. There was nobody who was going to knock her off.
There was success for the new breed ladies on Duel. But did the boys fare as well when Spartan took on the ultimate legend, Hunter? At 19, Hunter was the youngest gladiator when he began his career in 1993. He excelled at Duel and was only beaten once on the wall in 8 years. A true legend.
Legend ready!
He was hyped. He was so ready. I mean, he was like aggressively hitting himself on the head. And he was very sort of in my face.
It's Hunter who gets in the first hit, and it's a big one. And that's unbelievable. He's hit it with such force, it's game over.
I was devastated to have lost in Duel because, again, I was fighting for my teammates, but just getting up there and having that challenge was a real sort of privilege, really.
The Eliminator. And after all the blood, sweat and tears, it came down to this.
When I stood next to Flame, her whistle went, and it seemed like a small eternity until John blew the whistle for me.
Of course, it's the first time either our gladiators or legends have attempted the dreaded Eliminator.
Enigma had such an amazing swim that I suddenly thought, oh, maybe we can do this. Maybe we can catch them. She closed down the gap. It was fantastic. I was screaming the whole time.
It's up to Rocket to make her way over the cotton reels, but the gladiators aren't far behind. Can Battle Axe close the gap?
I knew then that if I could get to Tempest as fast as possible, then we stood half a chance of catching up the legends.
No one likes to lose, and you can feel the competitive tension out there. Lightning storming along the monkey bars, but so is Tempest.
Tempest is one of the most determined gladiators I've ever met, and she did not want Lightning to get the better of her.
Lightning just in front as she sprints up the pyramid, but Tempest is only a stride behind. Rebel and Panther waiting to run the final leg and bring home the crown. Rebel off first for the legends. Panther not far behind. Which of these amazing athletes will claim the winner's place for their team?
Yeah, she ran up that travelator like a true athlete, and it really showed the kind of power and speed that those girls have still got.
No time to pause, and Rebel storms up, powering to the top. Panther just behind, but Rebel smashes through the wall to earn victory for the legends. An amazing race.
Although it was an honour to compete against them, it was destroying to have lost.
It was well done to the girls, but did the male legends still have what it takes? Well, the legends have given up their head start over the gladiators to have a level playing field in this Eliminator.
We started out as Trojan versus Tornado, but by the end of that first leg, it was more like Trojan versus the cargo net.
But it looks like Trojan's struggling, and that could cost the legends.
I'm not sure if everyone realises this or not, but I was the first and only person to hold on to that cotton reel all the way down.
Wallace on the